Hi, this is Mark, and I'm here in the yoga room at my gym. Just finished a practice. It's actually really busy this morning, and then after I finished Shavasana and my meditation, then the room was clear. So at the moment, it's clear, so I'm going to do my reading from the Golden Present Daily Inspirational Readings by Sri Swami Satchidananda. Reading these for 365 days, and I'm nearing into just 1 month left. So I started on December 21st, 2016, and I'll finish on December 20th. And then what? I don't know still. We'll see what happens. All right, so this is the reading for November 9th. Yeah. Topic is, you are really giving a better lesson. When Lord Jesus said, if somebody slaps you on one cheek, show the other cheek also. What did that mean? By showing the other cheek, you are really giving the person a better lesson. You make him feel ashamed of what he has done. If you return another slap, you are only beating his body. If you follow this advice of Jesus, you are beating the mind, the ego. It takes more courage and strength to smile at a person who hates you than to hit back. It is here that the idea of karma can be helpful. If somebody just comes and hits you for no reason, stop and think to yourself, probably this is my karma. I must have hit somebody sometime in the past and escaped from getting hit or being punished for it. Now, this person is returning what I gave out. Accept it. Certainly there is no effect without a cause. Nobody can come and hurt you if you are really that innocent. When somebody suddenly hits you, he is just giving you what you failed to receive from the other person to whom you gave something. You should thank him. You have helped me to purge this karma at last. Thank you so much. At the same time, you are teaching him a lesson. So this is the best way to do it. Fighting is never going to stop another fight. Only love, no more hatred, will heal hatred. Wow. Well, this is a bit of a carryover from yesterday's topic, which was the smile at him. Same idea of not fighting back, but in this case, like he's giving this reference from Jesus, but to turn the other cheek and to offer that. And boy, that would be a tough one to imagine doing in a literal way and even in a metaphorical way. If you feel like you've been wronged, how to just say, welcome it again to that person. Bring it on. And not to want to, one-up them or show who's king of the hill. It's a much different way of relating to this energy, aggressive energy, hatred. And it can be challenging when you may feel like you've done nothing wrong and out of nowhere someone comes and attacks you. And I know some people who that's happened to. And so what do you say? Well, you did something some time ago, so you deserve that. That's not a very comforting thing to say to someone. I don't even know if it's a very helpful thing in the moment to share with someone. I think in the moment when something like that were to happen, if somebody is beaten up or attacked and they didn't defend themselves, they need comforting, they need soothing. And the way that I look at this is that it's a spiritual teaching. We're not always ready to hear the spiritual teachings. And if it's the right moment to share a spiritual teaching with someone around this, you can say, one way to look at this is that at some point in your life, or maybe even a past life, whether that's believed in or not by someone, it can just be offered. Because it can be comforting in the little bit later moment to say there may be some balancing out here that's happened in a way that we can't figure out. We can't know all the answers at this stage. Maybe at some point. But there's some reason that happened, and there's a a sense that rather than meeting it with more aggression and hatred back, because that creates this endless loop, what if you create a healing in this moment by letting that just be a lesson for both people, both of you and the other person? I definitely feel like if somebody were to come and try to attack me, and I were to welcome it, it would probably baffle that person a little bit at the very least. At first I might feel like, oh cool, I can do whatever I want, I can go to town on this person, but at some point they might realize that they're not being met with that same kind of aggression, and I think truly that's what someone wants. They want, to be picked on back. I feel like I was in a relationship with someone that I felt like it was through arguing that he felt like we were in love with each other, that there was passion because we could argue. And I was like, that just wasn't how I feel like this is meant to go. And it was a challenging thing between us at times because I wouldn't want to argue. And at times I got pushed to argue, and I was just like, that didn't feel right. Ultimately, it didn't work out, I think in part because of that. We had very different styles of how we resolved conflict and had really a conversation. Sometimes it wasn't even about us, it could be about topics in the world. So how can we meet with each other so that we're recognizing there's got to be another way than to just meet anger with anger, hatred with hatred, aggression with aggression, but not feel like we're being passive in a way that feels useless and, like we're just being a wimp. We've got to feel strong. In this story again, when Jesus turned the other cheek, he did it from a place of incredible strength, conviction. He knew what really was the case here. This person didn't really want to hit him. I think deep down, people who are wanting to pick fights and all that, there's probably some love missing in there. They're finding their way to try to relate, and maybe through fighting, anger, through abusive energy, that's how they've learned how to love, essentially. That could be one way to look at it. But yeah, I think that it's something to ponder, and at the very least, to think about this. Are you really giving a better lesson by being the one who is centered in a place of peace and calm? And when I hear this, I know it feels to be like that is going to be the case. Fighting is never going to stop another fight. And how can we work on that? On the yoga mat. That's what I feel like is that's what motivates me. So, all right, thanks for watching today, and I'll see you tomorrow.